Hello.
What's going on?
Well, I'm just trying to find a women's, and she was saying that she's the women's. I said, no, that's not. I'm looking for a Chinese named Ming, M-I-N-G. She said her name's Ming. And I said, no, that's not. You're not a Chinese. And then she's saying she is Ming. And then she was doing something with that. I don't know what she was doing. She's hiding something underneath that thing right there. Yeah, that's what they all say, ma'am. That's very suspicious, though.
So
He wanted to come into our property because he said,
I'll come talk to you in a second.
all right.
Yeah, it'll be just a little bit.
Yeah,
I just
you
wanna
snitch.
See what's going on with things.
I seen her call, too. I knew it.
I didn't
It was her, though. It was her.
Hey, well, hey, focus on me.
Yes, sir.
I just want to know what's going on.
I was just looking for a Chinese named Ming, and
Okay.
I know she was around here. I thought she was in the meat packing plant because they said it was around this area. So I went there, checked there. There was a Chinese girl that worked Allied Universal.
Okay.
So that's a security company. They're pretty much like police, like you, but they're kind of like lower tier or dumber, so they can't become that. And she was a Chinese that was working the front Jack Shack. It's just in the front. So I was trying to get her to come over to verify if that was her. She didn't want to verify, and I can't just go on their property because they say that I'm not allowed to. There's a car parking.
Yeah, he's with me. He's sheriff officer.
So is that Sheriff Douglas?
No. That's the investigator.
Oh, well, that's what I am, sir. So we're all investigators here. I'm just trying to find the Chinese women's. She said she's Ming. So I'm just trying to communicate with her. And then I think the one that kind of looks like a boy, the girl, she's the one that snitched and called the police.
Buckle up, guys. Today we are going to watch a routine police call Spiral Fast. The video opens with an explanation about knowing your rights, then drops straight into a confusing encounter. A man explains to officers why he was in the area, describing a strange attempt to identify someone he believed worked nearby. His story is scattered, suspicious, and increasingly uncomfortable. Yet the officers remain calm and probing, trying to understand why a simple situation triggered a call and whether any laws were actually broken.
So I'm just trying to get down to business. I'm trying to gather the proper details, and then I'm just going from there because Frank told me to come out here. And Frank's
Two Bridge Street?
yeah, the car lot that's across from the meat packing facility.
So this is where you intended to go, was Bridge Street.
No, this is a second because I know it's around this area. I had zero luck back at the meat shop, but I do know they're going out of business. So that's why that's why the Chinese, that's why I think that they would have some illegal Chinese working there. And I do know that Miss Ming is undocumented. I don't know if she's illegal. I don't know if she follows the law, but I do know that she's undocumented Chinese. And then my eyesight's not that good. I need goggles. And she said her name was Miss Ming. So I wanted to walk a little closer to verify the product. And I just asked, hey, can I come over there or can I go in the property? They said no. And I was like, okay, I'm going to zoom in on you then. And that's when the snitch called the cops. And I think she was saying the F word, or the I word, the idiot word. And I said, why are you doing this to me? My name Billy. And they said, I don't care. And then she was planting something. It was very suspicious. She said she's planting wires in the ground. They're not plants. You can't plant wires in the ground. They don't grow. It makes no sense. And now they're being very suspicious. And I do know there was 3 men and they looked like they were doing something together, something inappropriate. And I don't know what it was, but it was by that red vehicle.
Sir, do you happen to have your driver's license identification?
Frank told me not to give my identification, sir.
I'm investigating a potential crime.
Yes, the conversation continues. The man doubles down on his explanation, making serious claims about undocumented workers and suspicious behavior. Officers ask basic clarifying questions, attempting to ground the situation in facts. Instead, he frames himself as an investigator and insists he is uncovering wrongdoing. Tension rises when the discussion shifts from his story to his behavior, with officers beginning to assess whether his actions could justify further investigation or intervention.
What's the crime, sir? So investigating is disturbing the peace?
that would be the crime. Nebraska has a state statute regarding disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
So I'm potentially. I'm not saying you're in trouble.
Yeah. No, I can't
But
give you ID because I didn't disturb peace, sir.
Well, no.
Their words.
I have to identify everybody in this.
That's not true, sir.
Yes.
Frank says we have Fourth Amendment for a reason.
Okay. I want to work with you.
You want to work with me? We're not hiring, sir. I don't want to get in trouble neither. I'm the investigator on scene.
You have to identify yourself.
No, I'm just out here that was reporting the news and investigating. I don't know what they're up to. They're doing something naughty, though. I assume they are. I can't be identified, sir.
So you're being trespassed from the establishment. So
you can't trespass me if I'm never on property.
Yes, you were on your property.
I was never on their property. I was never over there. That's a lie.
No, actually, you don't have to be on the property to get trespassed. They can trespass anybody.
It doesn't matter. Never was over there. You can't go around to people and say you're
Sir,
trespassed.
I need to identify you.
You might need to learn the law before so. Because guess what? I'm the lead investigator on scene. Reporting the news and investigating is not a crime. You cannot make that into a crime.
I need to identify you so I can put your name in our system.
No, you're not getting my name until I commit a crime. If I commit a crime, yeah, you can. You're not going to go around trying to violate people's rights that are out here being peaceful and recording.
I've already said disturbing the peace is a crime.
Where's your proof of that?
Well,
that's not proof. Having somebody call, anyone could call anything. I could call and say that, you're kissing your boyfriend in public and flipping him off and pushing him. It doesn't mean it's real. It doesn't mean anything. That does not give you reasonable, articulable suspicion that you deem me of a crime.
Okay. John Doe, I guess. Have you been recording the whole time?
You best believe it.
Do you want us to press search warrants on your phone? Do
you want a lawsuit? I'll have your job in a heartbeat, pal.
All right. Well, either way, we need to identify you.
Until you reasonably articulate a crime that you suspect me of, you're not going to violate my Fourth Amendment rights. You don't even know what the Fourth Amendment is. That's your problem. You guys all swore an oath to the Constitution. Not one of you knows jack about it. Well, that's true. So what's the Fourth Amendment?
This is where the encounter turns confrontational. An officer asks for identification, citing a possible disturbance, while the man immediately refuses and invokes the Fourth Amendment. He argues that filming and questioning people is not a crime and repeatedly challenges the officer's legal authority. The exchange becomes a legal standoff, with both sides asserting control officers attempting procedure, and the man asserting that no crime means no obligation to identify himself.
So have I. Okay. And you're out here violating that very oath that you swore that actual heroes fought and died for. Yeah, no shit. I know the law better than you nerds.
And they want you trespassing.
I've never been on property. You can't point around and say, hey, trespass that guy. Hey, trespass that guy. He's never been on my property, but I don't like him. So trespass him. You can't do that, you nerd. It doesn't matter. You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. Yes, you do.
We do not need
That's a crime. That's a crime. Have I ever been on property? No. You can't go around trespassing people and violating their Fourth Amendment and getting their names.
You don't have a Fourth Amendment on public property that's not, or on private property that's
I've
not
never been
yours.
on private property, you
They
dunce.
don't want you on their
Where
private
I've never
property.
been on it, you dunce.
They don't want you on their
I've never
private
been on it.
property.
Go call your attorney or your chief or your sheriff because you guys are dumb. You guys are dumb nerds that don't even know the law or our rights. How dare you? Spitting on the graves of actual heroes who fought and died for them. How dare you? Yeah, shake your head. Yeah, spit on their graves some more, you dunce.
So you said you swore?
Well, now it's none of your business. You'll find out in court. I dare you to violate my rights. I'll have you so fast. You're going to have to find a new job just like those 3,200 in the meatpacking facility. You're not going to violate my rights. You could go ahead and try, but I will win. And I will have your job, I promise you. But go for it, Buster. Swearing an oath to something you don't know anything about. You don't even know the law. Thinking you could go around trespassing anybody that's not even been on the property. Do you have to be on the property? You can't go around and point at someone and say, hey, I want that guy trespass for my property. He's never been on there, but go trespass and violate his Fourth Amendment rights. Go do that because I don't like him.
Someone else's property.
You're dumb. I've never been on their property.
Someone can still
learn the law. Open your phone and read the law.
Sure.
And I'm getting that body cam too.
Absolutely. That's why it's recording.
Yeah, and you're going to look so foolish that you don't know the basics of law. I've never been on the property. Where's your evidence of that?
to not come on their property.
The argument intensifies as trespassing enters the discussion. Officers explain that the property owner wants him removed, while he insists he was never on private property at all. Voices rise, insults fly, and the man accuses police of violating their oath. Despite the hostility, officers continue clarifying boundaries, stressing that he is free to leave as long as he stays off the property. While he frames every instruction as a constitutional violation.
Just like
Yeah, you can tell me to not come on the property. Doesn't mean you get just a free willy violate my Fourth Amendment to obtain my identification when I did not commit a crime. You're not going to, because I'm going to have that ass in court. You're not getting my ID. Go for it. You can give me a verbal trespass. You're not getting my ID.
We're trying to do.
Well, then do it. Do it. You're not getting my name. You're not getting my name.
We have to have records.
Well, too bad. I'm not letting you violate my Fourth Amendment rights unless you want to pay up in court.
We're not violating your Fourth Amendment.
You don't know what the Fourth Amendment is. What is it? What is it? You guys are so dumb. Am I not allowed to be protected in my persons and my papers? You guys think not. You think anyone can just point at someone and say, trespassing from my property. They've never been on, but go violate their Fourth Amendment rights. I've never been on it, you dork. Do you not understand? How do you not know the basics of law?
You need to stop talking for a second.
You need to stop talking. I'm in charge here. I'm the investigator on scene. I'm a ma'am. I'm a ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
I was kidding. Now you called me a girl. So that's a double whammy. You had one whammy, now it's a double.
Okay. So we're not trying to get you for a crime right now.
You're not going to. I don't commit crimes. You're not getting my information.
The system is being trespassed. Retreat on it.
I don't care. You go arrest me, and then I'll have your guys' butt cracks in court.
You know you have been trespassed. If you go on their
I've never been on their property.
Again, I'm not saying you
But
did.
I don't care. You're not getting anything from me. Unless you want to kiss, and it's consensual. That's it.
All right. If you go on their property, that's when you would have charges against you for trespassing.
Am I going on their property? Have I been
I'm
on their
not saying you're
property?
going to.
I don't care what you have to write in your CAD. You can go write anything you want. You can say, hey, that big handsome guy with a big wiener in his pants that I was looking at through the pants. You can say that if you want. You can write that in there. It doesn't matter. Write whatever you want. You're not getting my name. You guys aren't going to violate my rights. Not going to happen. That you just were. You tried violating my Fourth Amendment on a crime that no one's committed. That you admitted no one has committed a crime.
Correct.
The standoff drags on with repeated warnings and repeated refusals. The man mocks the process, threatens lawsuits, and dares officers to arrest him, convinced it would prove his point. Officers remain firm but measured, reiterating that no arrest is happening unless he escalates. By trespassing, this segment shows the clash between legal reality and perceived rights, where confidence and volume replace evidence or calm reasoning.
Exactly. So get out of here, you nerd. Learn the basics of law before you come up and try to bully your way to violate someone's rights, which you don't even know jack about. And you claimed you swore the oath more than one time. Then why the hell do you not know jack about it? Why are you just out here trying to violate people's rights? You were a pogue. I guarantee you were a pogue. Weren't you?
You're a Marine then.
No, I was not a Marine.
Okay.
And a pogue is a person other than a grunt.
Correct.
And that's what you were.
I was a poke, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I could tell. That's why you're so willy-nilly to violate my rights. Think what you want. I've done my service. I've been through shit. You haven't. And I know what the ultimate sacrifice is, and you're spitting on their graves right now. How dare you?
I also know what the absolute sacrifice is.
You clearly don't give a shit about it because you're out here trying to violate my freedoms that they fought and died for, and you think it's funny. It's not funny.
I think it's funny that you say I'm violating your rights.
Learn the Fourth Amendment, and maybe you would know. Maybe you've got to learn that you have to have somebody commit a crime, be suspected of, or you can't go out and get their Fourth Amendment just stripped away like that. Because my ID, that's my papers. That's my persons. You can't just go out there and strip that and be like, oh, they want you trespass. You never were on property.
Again.
You can't go point at people. I want him trespass and then go violate their Fourth Amendment because that's exactly what you're doing. You should really go home and actually read the Constitution, read the Bill of Rights minimally, learn the first 10.
Happy dinner and enjoy.
Yeah, and then continue to go about your day and then say, fuck everyone's rights. I'm just here to do my job. It doesn't matter if I have to violate rights doing my job. I'm just here to do my job.
What's gonna happen, right? So you go back on their property.
I never was on their property.
Or for the first time. I don't care. You are trespassing from being on their property.
I'm getting my twin out here, and this is not the
Yeah,
last you've heard from me.
If you violate that, you're going to go to jail.
Well, you got to catch
disturb
me
their
first,
peace
too,
in any
just
way,
saying.
shape, or form, you are going to go to jail.
Yeah, but you know how fast I am? I'm wearing speed boots today, sir.
Congratulations.
Well, that means I'm fast.
Okay.
That means I'm nimble.
Sure.
Just
I
saying.
am
I'm just
warning you
saying.
what is going to happen if you either disturb their peace or trespass.
I'm going to
on their
warn you what's going to happen if you try to violate my rights again. I'm going to have your ass in front of the judge, and I will be taking both your nerds' jobs, and I will be suing this whole town. It's not a good thing. Why are you proud of that? It's not good to come out and violate people's rights and throw them in jail. You just fucking tried violating my Fourth Amendment, you dunce.
To identify you.
You guys are dumb. Learn your oath, you jack-offs.
Have a great evening. Thank you for your service.
Go read the Constitution, and I don't thank you for yours.
Now you have to remember that the police knows that most civilians don't know their rights, and with just some pressure, they can bully most people to make them forfeit those same rights, even if they have to threaten them with arrest. But this is what happens when they mess with someone that knows basic laws. And this is why it is so important for you to know your rights and to help us to bring awareness to the rest of the public. So don't forget to support the channel by subscribing, like the video, and leave a comment to reach more people. And remember, always record the police.
In the final stretch, the confrontation fizzles rather than explodes. Officers restate the conditions, and the man continues lecturing about constitutional law while backing away. The video closes with a clear message to viewers. Police often rely on public ignorance of rights, but knowing the basics changes the outcome. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.